Now our feature presentation, Make Up Your Mind.
And one thing you really don't want to do is base your understanding on emotion, because emotion will mess you up. I can't live my life based on emotion, because emotions swing. Some people call them mood swings. This minute I love you, the next minute I hate you. One minute I'm scared, the next minute I'm full of joy. One minute I want to wrap my arms around you, the next minute I want to cuss you out, because my emotions are swinging. I wish I had time, because watch this, because love emotions and anger emotions have gotten a whole lot of people in trouble. That's why Ephesians 4:23 lets us know that I have to have a renewed mind. He says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed, what? By the renewing of your mind. The rest of it says, so that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. How are you going to know what the will of God is if you don't have a renewed mind? I wish I had somebody in here that knew what I was talking about. You got to have a renewed mind. Transform. It's God's will that you prove that his will is good, acceptable, and perfect. That word transform here means to keep on being. But watch what Jesus says. Jesus says, I know your works. Works there, listen, works there means your performance. Jesus says, I see what you are doing. I might not see it. Your neighbor next to you might not see it either. Your friends up the street might not see it, but Jesus knows your... I know y'all don't like this. I know y'all don't like this. This is the fifth Sunday. I ain't supposed to preach like this, right? I ain't supposed to preach like this. I know your works. I know what you're doing, whether it's in dark or whether it's in daylight, whether it's at night or day. I know your works. He says, you are neither hot nor cold. And he says, I wish you were one or the other. Yeah, I do. I wish you were that. There's some people in the church that fit the description of being neither hot nor cold. 1 minute they're up. I know y'all, that's all right. Y'all gonna get mad with me. 1 minute they're all up in your face, and the next minute they don't even want to say hello. I know, wait a minute, oh. Not in this church, I understand. Not here, no, Frisco, not here. But maybe some of the churches and people that are watching us all over the world on the internet, maybe at their church, but not here. No. Smile in your face. And can't wait till they get home to talk to you. Talk about you on the telephone. He says, I know your works. They are wishy-washy. In other words, he says, listen, I can't figure you out. I don't know which way you rolling. I don't mind if you don't like me. I don't have a problem with that if you don't like me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. I can deal with that. I know how to handle it if you tell me that I just don't like you. But when you smile in my face and secretly talk about me behind my back, I have a problem with that. Is there anybody else in here that got a problem with that? Maybe I'm the only one. But when you smile in my face and talk about me behind my back, I got a problem with that. Jesus, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm not going to bear your patience. Y'all going to kick me out of here. Jesus says, because you're neither hot nor cold, I am going to spew you out of my mouth. Spew, 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 spew. Spew means to vomit with violence. Let me like that. Many, many years ago, I think I was back in the early 20s or something like that. I used to drink. Listen, I'm only letting y'all know that because I know y'all didn't drink, so I'm not. Yeah, but yeah, that's right. I'm just going to talk about myself. I used to drink, and this one time, Frisco. This one time, I don't know what I had, but I vomited violently. And trust me, it was not any fun. Jesus, watch this. Jesus said, you make me so sick because you can't determine whether you're for me or against me, whether you're with me, whether you're not, whether you're going to the kingdom, not going to the kingdom, whether you're a friend of the devil, friend of God. You don't know what you are. I'm going to violently spit you out of my mouth. Now, listen, I need you to hear this. All right. My voice is shot. I'm not even going to yell at y'all anymore. Is that all right? Look at me. You need to hear this. We always think that this text is talking about the unsaved, the unchurched. That's what we think. But this was a church. Ooh. The problem with church people is they can get people to come to church. But coming to church is not going to save them. Singing on the choir is not going to save them. Getting baptized is not going to save them. Touch your neighbor and say, you